What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I've got some football focus. I'm going to jump right into it. You guys have asked for it. It is mock draft time. The Pittsburgh Steelers draft, as I post this, is going to be in 2 days. Pittsburgh has 12 picks in this draft. I'm going to do 2 mock drafts for you guys right now and kind of give you guys a speed run through of how I'm going to do it. I use Pro Football Network, PFN, because PFF makes you pay for 7 rounds now. You only get 3 rounds free. They make you pay for the full draft, so I'm not going to use them. I'm using Pro Football Network, so any player values, any guys that were on the board right now, I'm going by PFN. They're not always accurate. The guys' rankings aren't always perfect, but I'm going with those. So I'm doing one draft where I stick and pick. I take all 12 Steeler picks. I don't trade any away, and I get the 12 best guys for my value, and I pick all the Jason guys, and I get my favorite guys at their value based on PFN. And my second draft is going to be me doing a bunch of trades, trading picks away, trading lower picks for higher picks in the draft, getting better value, trying to get a bunch of the highest end guys. Now, my strategy for this draft is to prioritize the 2 biggest things first, and that's offensive guard and wide receiver, the 2 spots we need starters in for sure. And then I'm looking at filling depth spots behind guys that could be the future. I'm looking for an inside linebacker at some point. I'm drafting a quarterback at some point. I'm looking at depth at in corner and safety. I'm looking for an offensive tackle to compete with Dylan Cook and Broderick Jones. I'm looking for things like that, a return guy later in the draft. But I'm going to give you guys my stick and pick draft where I pick all the guys, my trade back draft where I trade other picks to trade up and get better value guys, and I'm going to give you guys a handful of Jason guys where I tell you who my favorite kind of guys at certain positions for certain round values are. So in my draft, here we go. Round 1, pick 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers pick Vanga Ioane, the offensive tackle from Penn State. Offensive guard from Penn State, I'm sorry. He is the best guard, in my opinion, in the draft at our value at 21. I don't know if he's going to be there, but he was there at PFN. Got to get Vanga Ioane. He's the only guy that I drafted in this spot in both of my drafts that I did. Ioane is the most Pittsburgh guy, big, physical, hard-nosed guy, great blocker, fills our biggest need. I love this dude so much. Round 2, pick 53, Pittsburgh Steelers pick Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver out of Bama. He's a speedster. He's super athletic. He's a good combat catch guy. He's got very good hands. He can separate. His footwork in the open field is nice, and he fits that slot receiver that's going to be quick and speedy, get good burst, get off the line, get separation, have good hands, be our new kind of Calvin Austin guy. Bernard is one of my favorite guys in this second round. If we get the other Elijah Surratt as well, I'd be okay with that. A bunch of other guys, good receiver draft. But I'm taking Jeremy Bernard as our second pick. Third round, pick number 76. I'm taking safety Jalen Kilgore out of South Carolina. Jalen Kilgore is one of my Jason guys. He is one of my favorite safeties in this draft. I think round 3 is great value for him. He's a hard hitter. He's another Steelers-style scheme fit for me. He can be a slot corner. He can be a box safety. He can be a cover guy. He's got everything. Super good athlete, good depth piece, can eventually slide into a starting role somewhere in the secondary. Second pick of the third round, number 85. Pittsburgh takes Daryl Jackson Jr., D-tackle out of Florida State. He's got some DN capabilities. He can do 3-tech, maybe even 5-tech, but he's a big enough guy to be a D-tackle. He's athletic, but he's giant, can fill the gaps, can be a good gap stuffer in the run game, gets after the quarterback a little bit. He's definitely an underrated guy here in round 3. Might go a little higher, but I got him here at 85, and I think it's really good value. He's one of my top 5 D-tackles in this class. Round 3, pick number 99, controversial pick here. I'm taking quarterback Garrett Nussmeier out of LSU. I think he is my favorite upside quarterback in this draft. I think getting him at the end of the third round as our 5th overall pick is a very good value. I know he had a bad year last year, but he was hurt. He had a phenomenal year in 2024, and when he played healthy in the Senior Bowl, when he came back this year, he played excellently. He seems like he's healthy now, so he's going to play hopefully more like the 2024 Garrett Nussmeier. Bringing him in here to compete with Will Howard for a future quarterback spot is great. I think if you fill the other needs already, you've already got now an extra safety and tackle, and you filled your 2 starting spots. Now with your 5th pick at the end of the third round, getting a quarterback here is great, and he's better than all the other guys that are out there. Guys like Cole Payton and Sawyer Robertson are at unproven schools and aren't really traditional passers. Guys like Carson Beck absolutely stink. There's no value there, in my opinion. I think Nussmeier at least has upside and has shown for a full season when he's healthy what he can be. That's my guy there. Round 4, pick 121. Pittsburgh takes another LSU guy. LSU inside linebacker Harold Perkins, another Jason guy. Nussmeier is my guy at quarterback out of this class. Perkins is my guy at inside linebacker at this level. He's probably the 6th or 7th best inside linebacker, but he's really, really good for this value. Super athlete, big-time tackler, big-time hitter, fills the gaps, downhill tackle and chase guy, can bat some balls, has some long length to him. I like Harold Perkins a lot. This linebacker class is excellent, and Perkins is the most underrated one out of the talked about guys in this class. Then we go round 4, pick 135. I'm taking Markel Bell, offensive tackle out of Miami. He's another Jason guy. He is the best of the kind of round 4 and beyond tackles. I think he is the best tackle left from round 4 on in this draft. He's gigantic. He's kind of Broderick Jones-esque in the fact that he's a really huge, big guy, a little bit short on the arms, a little bit short of technique, but he's athletic. He's huge. He's underratedly fast for a guy that size, and he's got big upside. He's developmental, but I think he's going to add a lot of youth and athleticism and size to that room with Broderick Jones and Dylan Cook. Then I go round 5, pick 161, Dalen Everett, cornerback out of Georgia. Also developmental, but has some decent arm usage, can hand fight, can catch up to the ball while it's in the air, has got some good athletics, played some good competition at Georgia, has some nice physical traits, just has to put it together. But for a guy you're getting in the 5th round to compete as a corner that can play in different spots, I like Everett here a lot. He's more of an outside guy, but I think he fits on this team for the future. Then you got round 6, pick 216. I'm taking Josh Cuevas, tight end out of Alabama. I've seen a lot of guys take Ohio State's blocking tight end at this spot. I wouldn't mind that either. He's a big, big guy. Josh Cuevas, a little smaller, has some shorter arms, but in spite of his small catch radius, he's a pretty underrated catcher, is a little more athletic and a little more fast than the Ohio State tight end. So I'm taking Cuevas here. I'm fine with either of the Ohio State guys here as well, but I like Cuevas for being a 3rd-string tight end that can catch and can block a little bit in spite of his physical traits not being super flashy. Then round 7, pick 224, I'm taking Bryce Botcher, linebacker out of Oregon. He's a stat sheet filler. He can bat balls. He can force fumbles, recover fumbles, gets a few picks, gets a bunch of tackles for a loss. Can rush the passer on the outside, plays pretty well on the inside. Not the world's best cover guy, but he can do a bit of everything, and he's not terrible at anything. I think he's a nice special teams guy, a good tackler, and a guy that can be on this team for several years and maybe work his way up to a future inside linebacker spot. Round 7, pick 230, Tyreek Sapp, edge rusher out of Florida. Again, developmental guy, but he's a big guy. He's got a little bit of bend for the fact that he's a little stiff. I like him as a developmental edge rusher. Can wind up being our 4th guy if we trade away a Highsmith, or our 5th guy if we don't trade anybody away. Finally, in round 7, pick 237, I'm taking Caden Wetchin, the wide receiver out of Iowa, for our return guy. He's not going to do much wide receiving, but he's got decent hands when he has to. Small guy, but he's very fast and explosive. Was the leading return guy these last 2 years in all of college football. One of the best to ever do it as far as return touchdowns and punts and kicks. Very, very good return guy, explosive. Just what Pittsburgh needs after losing Calvin Austin Jr. And now for the PFN trade-up draft. I'm just going to give you these names real quick since we're running long on the video here. Round 1, pick 21, I took Vega Ione again. Then I traded pick 53 and 99, 2 of our 3rd rounders, to go back into the 2nd round to trade Kansas City's 40th pick. And at pick 40, I took Anthony Hill Jr., amazing inside linebacker that can do it all, generational talent at inside linebacker. Then I traded pick 76, 85, 161, and 237, which are 2/3 and a 5th and a 7th for Tampa Bay's 46th pick to get back in the 2nd round. PFN approved it. And with pick 46, I took Chris Brazzell, the long, lanky, tall wide receiver out of Tennessee that can play inside or outside. Underrated athlete there. Then I traded picks 121 and 135, 2 4th rounders, to get back into the 3rd round for Miami's pick number 94. And with the 94th pick, I took Dominique Orange, the D-tackle out of Iowa State. Big citrus, gigantic Steeler guy, good attitude, fun guy, big guy, can push against the tackles and get a lot of run stops. Then I traded picks 216 and 230 to go back for Las Vegas Raiders, pick 185. And then at 185, I took offensive tackle Travis Burke out of Memphis. Underrated guy, good value there. I think he's a good developmental piece at tackle. And then I kept our pick 218 for Jacoby Thomas, the safety out of Miami. Hard hitter, good stat sheet guy, special teams guy. I like that a lot. Now, Jason, guys to look out for later in the draft. Derzon Stribling out of Ole Miss. Really tall George Pickens clone, long arms, good catch radius, good deep ball guy. Oscar Delp, athletic tight end out of Georgia, 6 or 7 best tight end in this draft. Mason Rager, the outside linebacker out of Wisconsin. Need we say more with our linebacker history? Julian Neal, cornerback out of Arkansas, I think is super underrated here. And Bud Clark, the safety out of TCU, so much fun to watch and can do it all. So those are my regular draft, my trade draft, and my Jason guys to look out for. Tell me in the comments down below how I did. Do you like my drafts? Which one do you think is better? Who would you take and who would you not take? Give me your drafts and picks and grade mine down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the Pittsburgh Steelers deep dives, and I will see you guys after each round of the draft. I'll bring you guys my Thursday night first round pick, and at some point I'll bring you guys the Friday and Saturday ones. I'll be on film sets this weekend, but I'll bring you guys Friday and Saturday as soon as I can too. Go Steelers. Enjoy the draft. Have a good time. And be safe in Pittsburgh if you're going to the draft. Take care.